All right, thanks a lot for coming on the show, Shawn and Bruce. I'm stoked you gave me some of your time here on a Thursday night, way past my adult bedtime.
Stupid jobs getting in the way of wanting to do the fun stuff.
Yeah, stupid reality.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
What is life? A struggle. A struggle, constant struggle.
So, I thought it'd be cool to talk about. So, this is for the Radical Fabulatorium Halloween special.
Ooh.
And, we're surrounded by, creepy posters and horror movie
things.
memorabilia. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to chit-chat about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Sean's living room, like I was talking earlier, when your whole life is Halloween, doing a Halloween thing is, that's just another Tuesday.
Just another Thursday.
Surrounded by skulls and blood every day.
Yeah. That's it. Well, the metalhead life, right? You kind of are used to the scariness? Desensitized?
Yes.
It's probably fair to say, yes. Desensitized.
Desensitized.
I can see someone get their head ripped off in a movie. I'm laughing my ass off.
It's the best way to be, you know? Yeah. You can just laugh your way through life at the most horrible of situations. If anything, that's when I find them the funniest situations.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you condone violence. It was a Peter Jackson quote. There's a level where violence becomes so extreme that it's hilarious. And that's, kind of what I like, you know what I mean? If you're going for it, just go for it. Like his movies for,
Dead Alive.
Yeah, Dead Alive, exactly. Using a lawnmower to run through just where it gets beyond and it becomes funny.
It's hilarious to be you watch Lord of the Rings and then you go see his earlier work.
Yeah.
And you're like, they gave him Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That dude?
You have to be pretty creative to pull off a movie like Dead Alive. You have to be insanely creative, really.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? Oh, we can have a chainsaw or a big axe. No. We're going to strap a lawnmower to the front of him, and he's just going to run through a house full of zombies. Beautiful. Just amazing.
Yeah, no, I love Peter Jackson. He's one of those dudes who just grinded his whole life. He's a kid making monster movies, and then he deserved Lord of the Rings. To keep all of it.
100%.
Yeah.
And what was the Bad Taste or Bad Touch?
Bad Taste.
Yeah, Bad Taste.
One of the early movies.
Yeah, that's real early, right?
Rocket launchers and eating your brains. And, wacky stuff. Have you seen Meet the Feebles?
Ooh, I actually haven't. No.
I'd check that out. You've seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wacky Muppets. Check
Is that Peter Jackson?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
It's like a Muppet show craziness. It's a hippo with machine gun is the poster, you know what I mean?
Okay. I've always heard the name.
Insane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy thing, they made Meet the Feebles canon with the Muppets.
Did they really?
On the last, it was the show for the Electric Mayhem, the band, Dr. Teeth and all that stuff. Yeah. And then they were going through different people to do the documentary of them recording their album.
Okay.
And Peter Jackson's one of the guys that pops up. Dr. Teeth is like, hey, or was it Floyd? I can't remember which one. Well, hey, Peter Jackson, we haven't seen you since that night with the Feebles.
Oh my God.
And the fact that they did that on a children's show.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
So good.
It's not for children.
No.
Be warned.
Yeah, be warned, exactly. Parental advisories,
Yeah.
It's funny you say it's not for children, but one thing I wanted to talk about is I wanted to ask about how, if you can remember your first interaction with horror movies, because what I remember as a young kid, so my parents were they threaded the needle between giving us a good amount of freedom, but also saying no and disciplining us. But for whatever reason, my mom was into letting us watch horror movies. So I saw Pet Sematary way when I was too young to be watching Pet Sematary.
And that's properly scary.
Yeah. That is properly scary. Yeah, it's still kind of creepy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still creeped out by Pet Sematary. Yeah, well, that's a tough thing. I think part of it is just being, our age. And I'm assuming we're all relatively
around the same,
a couple decades old.
Yeah, so when you're kind of a kid in the 80s and local video stores are a thing where you live, there's a lot of access because there's always that, there's that wall with all the horror movies. I would get things based on the cover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then just having some friends with older brothers and they would own some stuff. There was some access. I was always allowed to rent or watch or listen to anything, so I was just, whatever I could get. And, even the video games at the time, everything was just kind of action and spooky and, Ninja Turtles, the whole thing. It's all connected.
That's pretty much what it was. You just, you had that friend that had an older brother that had, hey, check out this beta of Fright Night. And you're like, whoa, that's so messed up. And, you're 8 and there's boobs. So you're like, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Boobs was a thing.
That's it. It's just it's It's so cheesy, but it's just like part of just growing. And then you just like, that's so weird. And then you look at, like, I remember specifically seeing the boxes for like Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Or Nightmare on Elm Street. And looking at the back and being like, "This is I'm not ready for this.
No,
I can't."
The one where you see Freddy's giant head, or he's eating
the girl.
Yeah,
the one that got me was like, you open it up and Buddy's in the fridge and he looks all bloated. Or like Hellraiser, and it's like, those are for the most messed up people you've ever seen in your life. Yeah. So it's like, it's just insane that you're watching that as an 8-year-old.
yeah. And that was the thing, like the access is pretty crazy. These movies are not for kids, but kids watch these exclusively.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember your local local rental store like enforcing the stickers? Like,
never seen anything enforced ever in my life.
Never, right?
Depending on who you got.
Okay.
The ones that I was
okay.
Yeah, because they'd be the older ones who are like, your parents okay with that? You're not old enough to rent this. And trying to get Mortal Kombat or something, and it's like, oh, that's too much. You can't. Come on.
Yeah, that sucks.
Then you just wait for the teenager to start his shift, and he doesn't care.
Yeah, no, in Cape Breton is where I did most of my rentals, and other than Sydney, like they had a great big store, like it was crazy, and you could get anything. And then like in like rural areas, still like oh my god, just old covers. Like I'm trying to remember some of the names of some of these movies, but just the wacky shit you even see on the cover is scary. I'm still spooked by some of these.
Yeah, it's true. The cover, I mean, obviously not to sound like an old person, but that's one thing that's lost with the rental stores, of course, is you don't get to look at the cover.
I know.
And the cool, because some of it's like puppets, like practical effects went into just taking the picture for the artwork.
Or like someone went and painted it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the thing, like that's one of the best posters of all time.
And that's one of the things too I find with horror movies is like, sometimes terrible movies have like amazing covers, and it's like, wow, does that actually happen in the movie? No. But you can imagine what it'd be like if it did,
They could not afford it, so they just did it on the cover.
But still, like even it being associated with the idea of this, cool thing, like even like those like Night of the Demons movies, like those are spooky covers.
Yeah, it's like cheese.
Yeah, Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
But then you get the ones where it's like, they're trying to be so over the top, they're hilarious. Or you get the ones like, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, where they're over the top, but they added the humor in, like it was supposed to be there. Like, because I remember seeing the trailer for Army of Darkness when I was a kid. And watching that trailer is like, this is horrifying.
Yeah.
No way can I watch that. And then you go end up watching it, it's a slapstick comedy. Like, it's awesome.
Even the first Evil Dead's, right? Like those are properly scary, but like the comedy is still there, especially Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what makes the comedy end up in the horror movies, because like as you're talking about that, it makes me think of like trauma movies, or like just in the whole like B world of horror movies that exist. Like that genre seems to attract those kind of people who have like a sarcastic sense of humor, or
because those are fun to make. Like think of just like if you're a filmmaker, you know what I mean, you want to make some wacky movie, like think of the freedom you have with a movie like Poultrygeist or all these trauma movies, Sergeant Kabuki Man, NYPD.
Oh man, just well, even like the Toxic Avenger.
Oh yes,
that's so good. And that remake, beautiful.
I've never seen it.
They my expectations were low.
Okay,
but I think they crushed it. They like the tone of it was funny, but it was still gritty and like the cast they have is insane. Like Peter Dinklage, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood. Man, I'm all in a trauma movie.
I totally missed this.
Like very impressed.
Is this recent?
Yeah. We seen it in the theater like a month ago. Or
it was a very short. Like
really,
they started shopping it around last year before. It was doing like film festivals and stuff, but they said it was too messed up for a proper release. And then they just kept pushing, and they finally released it. And I think it surpassed expectations.
Yeah, my only critique, it could be more messed up.
Well, that's it.
But it felt like a properly good movie. Like, characters are great. It had heart, and it had a bunch of, crazy stuff that you would expect to see in a Toxic Avenger movie.
Okay.
And the gore gags and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's not every movie you can see Peter Dinklage rip someone's guts out through their butt. It's pretty sweet.
That's amazing. Yeah, I somehow missed that.
May or may not be in the movie.
That movie, from my childhood memories, like one of those movies that I saw. I can't even remember where I saw it, but like I saw the original Troma movie once or something, and then that character was just like I couldn't track that character down when I was a kid. Like I know this movie exists, but I don't know like
And no one
don't know
believes
anything
you?
about. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
can't
know
even really
that feeling.
describe it well enough to someone.
Yeah.
Did you ever find it out later in life?
Eventually found it out. I'm not even sure. I can't. That part of the memory is not there. I don't know when it finally clicked, but I eventually did come across it again. I don't know if it would have been if I stumbled across the cartoon later or the action. There were action figures.
Yeah, because they did the Toxic Crusaders.
Okay.
I think that there was like one season of it or something like that.
Okay.
I remember that.
And it was like, you take a horrible R-rated movie that's like so vulgar and over the top, and it's like, well, you know what we can do with this? Make it for kids, and we can make toys and like video games and all that stuff. Like, yeah,
Beetlejuice.
Perfect example.
Beetlejuice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where the cartoon, was a success. But that movie, that's a wacky movie. That was right in that same time of just getting into, like, those are some of my favorite movies when I was a kid, like Beetlejuice and Batman.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
The Tim Burton Batman.
Yes.
Still dark. Like, yeah,
Super dark.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson. Anyway.
so good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Beetlejuice. Even the new Beetlejuice, I'm down with it. But, like, I just love the original one so much. And,
Yeah.
and that's, it's comedy, it's horror, it's what,
But that could kind of get back into like, why did you get into that stuff when you were a kid? Because like, oh, you see these cartoons. What are these cartoons based off of? Oh, this crazy thing that I should not be watching. And then it just goes the slippery slope down from there.
Yeah, it's weird how it can get synthesized that way or like morph into that. Ninja Turtles kind of went, well, I guess were Ninja Turtles comics kind of dark. But I
Yeah,
remember, like,
the
first
black and white ones
were pretty dark.
They're
right?
pretty gritty.
the movie, like
First movie,
yeah.
the
yeah,
ending,
pretty
like
dark.
you know what I mean, getting crushed and like
Kills a guy in a garbage truck.
that's nuts. Like, yeah, that's one of
First
the,
murder.
Murdered that guy.
the first movies I seen in the theater, like Ninja Turtles. Is like Ninja Turtles, Land Before Time, Home Alone. It was like three of my oldest movies.
The Triforce.
Yeah, the Triforce,
Triforce.
the Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ninja Turtles, man, that ending, like that's for real, man.
Yeah.
I still like look every time I go by a garbage truck. It's like keep an extra foot away.
I ain't going that much right.
Yeah, I'm not getting crushed that way.
Another
Some
thing
other
I
way.
thought was interesting too is like in Horrorland, or as far as I can tell anyway, maybe action movies do this too, but like Friday the 13th, there's like a trillion of them. And that was like for being a kid or like thinking about watching movies, like you could rent like 8 of them. Like you could literally have a proper marathon.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was like, I only saw that happen with horror movies.
Because like
Those
the
covers
story-
are great.
The story doesn't have to be, you're just setting it up as like, how can we put Jason in a situation to kill a bunch of teenagers?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what the story is. You just have to get people to Crystal Lake. So you can have just brutal gores, brutal deaths. Like, that's all it is. Just how can we have Freddy or Jason just kill a bunch of people? Story can be kind of secondary.
Sometimes, yeah, you wish they would have maybe done some more with the story. You've seen Jason X. Jason goes to space.
I have seen that one.
Now, it does have a few of my favorite Jason kills, like, what is it, dipping someone's face in
Yeah,
liquid
liquid
nitrogen,
nitrogen. Yeah. That
and
was
then
pretty sick.
smashing it on a counter.
That
is nuts.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
But that movie, my God.
Oh, it's a pile.
It's a steaming pile.
I remember like watching them as a younger kid too. I remember like I don't remember thinking that they were all similar or like they all felt like they had a story at the time, even though obviously they don't. But
What about, like, Jaws? Did you see that as a kid?
Fantastic.
yeah, the first one or
Yeah, Jaws, yeah.
the original, yeah.
Like,
That's scary.
I remember when I was a kid too, even seeing like the spin-offs, like Orca. Here's a Canadian one for you. Have you seen that movie?
Haven't seen
No, I
Orca.
know what you're talking. I know the cover, but I don't think
There's like a scene. Anyway, I won't spoil this one, but at the end of Orca, like I'm still got a brain stain from that one.
okay.
And then the movies like Piranha. Like
I remember
I loved all those nature,
Yeah.
get
The
shit
Beast
movies.
is the one that got me. It was
The
a
Beast.
made-for-TV movie. It was on like Channel 6 or something when it was like 93, 94, about a giant squid. Horrifying. Especially like I was younger. I didn't know anything about. I didn't know they had beaks. That's
Yeah.
crazy. And then there's a scene in it where it's like the squid is like pulling this dude to his doom, and the beak is just like chomping away.
Oh, no.
And it's like they go on about like the the hooks in the tentacles and stuff like that, and just
Ugh.
everything about them just seems horrifying. And it's just like, I never wanted to get into the water after that. The squid's gonna get me.
Squids, yeah. Jeez, yeah, no, I'm scared enough of squids. I don't know if I've seen the beast. I gotta get on it. I do know they got those beaks, and that's not good.
No, man. No.
Razor sharp beak.
I ain't messing with that.
A Baltic squid.
Suck the bolts out of a submarine.
Yeah.
Like it's funny how it can I guess I keep coming back to when you're younger, but you're like, you watch a scary movie and then have to walk home. Actually, this just triggered a funny memory in my head, and I can't remember if it was my buddy Mike or Dave, but I think it was my Mike. He's supposed to come over for a sleepover after trick or treating, and we watched 2 movies, and the last one was the Blair Witch Project. We were pretty young, and it just come out, and that scene, found footage stuff, like
it was the first to do it.
Yeah. And out of nowhere, we ended the movie, and just for whatever reason, my mom came down and said, "Change of plans, Mike. You got to go home now." And he had to. He's like, "What?" He's like, "What?" And he had to walk home after watching the Blair Witch.
Wow.
Like literally, as soon as the movie was over. That's my memory anyway. But
I've been in that situation. Have you had that growing up? We'd do that all the time. Parties where you literally rent horror movies for the party.
Yeah.
Bunch of people, everyone's watching it, and some of them were scary. You watch The Sixth Sense, whatever. Always dead, don't know. But Pet Cemetery, I remember one of them, holy crap.
That's a terrible.
Even Pet Cemetery, too, with that friggin' dirt bike in the neck scarf. Anyways, bad.
I never saw this one, actually, yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think. And then, some of those later Hellraiser movies, nothing's going to top Hellraiser 2. But
even just Hellraiser, the first one is so...
I think they're getting better. They went, maybe not the best for a few.
There was that one where they changed the actor, and I thought it was I saw a picture of Pinhead.
That always confused.
And I thought it was fake, but it was real, and his eyes are kind of buggy, and it looks really weird.
Imagine Freddy with it, Robert Englund.
Well, that's it, man.
What do you do?
They did it with what's his face? It was Rorschach in The Watchmen. They redid Nightmare on Elm Street. This would have been 2014 or 15 or something. He looked okay, but the movie was meh. It's just those guys. They just got it. You know what I mean? You can kind of swap it. Friggin' Jason. It's big dude in a mask, right? He can switch out who that is, but switching out Freddy. That's Robert Englund, man.
His face a little too much.
Yeah, you just can't switch that.
Yeah, he's too much of the character.
Yeah, no, I love those the times when horror was simpler. You had your Freddys, you had your Jason.
Yeah, pick your favorite.
Practical effects.
What was up with Jason? You're not even, at least at the time, was didn't even know the first movie wasn't it really him?
No, exactly.
That can't be true. Somehow, I don't know what I started on. I must have started on 3 or actually might have been Jason Goes to Hell or something. Might have been the first one.
Way at the end.
That's a crazy one. There's still a moment in that movie, and another brain stain. He punches this lady in the face, but it drives her lower chin up into her. It's bad. But it's one of those so bad it's funny. Ooh, geez. There's the noise. Oh no. Oh god. I think that's the big thing with a lot of those movies is even if the whole movie is not amazing, there's always something.
There's a couple redeeming gore scenes or just something that will bring it back.
A couple reasons hit pause.
Exactly.
A couple reasons
hit pause.
Okay, jump scares. How do you feel about them? Do you find they're actually scary? They're coming back.
They're coming back?
They're making a comeback, right?
I know. Well, Nosferatu, for me, most recent, I couldn't believe the amount of jump scares in that movie. Yeah. Some of them might have been scared.
It's better if they build the atmosphere before instead of just you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
to build up to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of specific ones, but I can't even think of a specific jump scare.
Yeah, jump scares. I don't know. It's a tough one because some movies just use it as a thing.
Yeah.
But it's all about the atmosphere, the tone. What do you think? What do you think are some of the scariest movies you've seen?
I know a movie I couldn't finish because it scared me too much was High Tension.
Oh, yeah. Well, the vibe, right? The sound in that movie.
Yeah. That one was pretty brutal.
I turned it off.
Yeah, there's some wacky, there's some crazy violence in that. But I love that one for the sound design and just the feeling you get watching it. It's tense. Highly.
Very high. Yeah. I was stressed out.
Yeah, stressed. Yeah, it could be exactly. You know,
Lives up to the name.
I dare say. Yeah, it's not like just too gross. How about yourself? Like, what would you consider genuinely? You know, I'm not afraid of nothing.
just creepy and unsettling, like The Witch.
Ooh, yeah.
That one was awesome.
I haven't seen it.
It was a bit of a slow burn, but like just bleak and dark, and just every now and again something happens. You're like, oh, that's so brutal. And I really dug that one. Just overall atmosphere, just all of it was just great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one was super good. And like lately, I watched, what was it the other day? Bring Her Back.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, our buddy Brian was telling us about that one. And just, I didn't know what to expect. And it was.
I like that movie. Yeah, that's one of those A24 movies. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, good one. I'd recommend it. That's that was good. You know, I like those movies where they don't try to exist beyond their means. Like they do well within their confines, and it's not too crazy. But like
for subtlety, those ones are good. But if you want to go like crazy old school like slasher, like over the top Terrifier, those ones have just. Art the Clown is such a ridiculous character.
I love Art the Clown.
Yeah, it's it's another one of those things where it's like story is okay, whatever, but the kills and the practical effects and just everything about it just seems like such a classic homage to like 80s slasher gore movies. Yeah, there hasn't been like a really good character. Yeah, like the last one was what, Ghostface from the Scream movies. Because like, who else
probably
was it? Because like before that you got Mike Myers and Freddy Krueger, Jason,
an iconic horror,
Leatherface. There hasn't been anything for a while, and then this Art the Clown pops up.
The clown's amazing. Yeah,
it is just absurd.
That's in Terrorizer.
Terrorizer. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fourth on the way.
Yeah. Craziness.
Yeah, the last Terrifier movie is like a Christmas movie. So
really?
Put that on your list. Put this on your list. Yeah. A lot of horror movies, Christmas, like they go.
What about you, Bruce? You didn't answer your own question.
Like vibe? Well,
or movies you can remember being really scary.
Oh well, like it's tone. So really, that I would consider actually scary, like Exorcist 3. Like the tone in that movie, I love it. It's just so creepy, like serial killer, George C. Scott. I love that movie.
Okay, the third one, yeah.
But yeah, exactly, because it kind of negates the second one, and it takes place right after the first one. Have you seen it?
Yeah, not a long time.
No, but like I love that movie, and all the possessing. Anyway, it's a crazy movie. So that one to me really nailed the tone. Like it's got like some problems, pacing and this and that. But but as far as vibe and tone, that one totally. Hereditary for a modern one, love that.
Okay, I haven't seen that either.
That's pretty bleak. Ari Aster's. He's something's happened to this guy, but I like his movies. Like they're
he did Midsommar too, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Another good one.
Midsommar. Okay.
But like even movies, Silence of the Lambs. Like you can just watch it, you can just feel the coldness, and you know what I mean. Like any movie that's got like a real vibe to it,
Yeah, the coldness.
Something spooky.
Even The Thing.
The Thing.
Bleak, just cold.
Love.
Can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
That's an awesome movie.
One of the best.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack, super good. Just 80s through and through.
And the Romero movies, like there's something, those are
great.
The old zombies, like Night, Day, Dawn, like my God.
The best, man.
Yeah.
Those are zombies don't run.
Zombies don't run. Now, 28 Days Later has grown.
That's an infection movie.
I know.
They're not zombies.
Not an exact
plague.
I prefer my zombies to come from hell or be a voodoo curse or something, but there is something about the zombies that are just like running at you, and it's so fast and intense that it's horrifying. I don't know. I like it. The other movies, whatever. I kind of like the newer one there, where we 28 score and 4 years ago.
28 fortnights later.
Yeah, 28 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's all right. But that first one, I do enjoy that quite a bit. Yeah. Even that Dawn of the Dead remake, there's something about that.
It was fine.
It's fine.
I just think I just like the idea of like I could survive non-running zombies. Running zombies, I'm feeling
My ankle.
Oh my god, I'm getting a cramp. I can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that you mentioned Silence of the Lambs is like that's a good tone one because there's violence in it, but it's not like over the top horror movie gore violence, but it's still like the movie is scary.
Absolutely, and I just watched. I still always give it a chance, even though I know I'm getting Hannibal.
Yeah,
the movie that like comes directly after. You know, a lot of the same elements, but not even close for tone and vibe. Like just the filmmakers from Silence of the Lambs, like it's nailed.
Yeah,
the POV shots, just the Oh my god!
I just happened to watch both. I didn't finish actually Hannibal, but it was only like 3 or maybe 6 months ago at the latest that I just rewatched them.
Yeah.
Like, Sons of the Lambs was so good. And I hadn't seen it in a long, 20 years probably.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm just going to watch Hannibal right away. And
it's not even...
What happened?
Yeah, it felt really weird.
It's just coming at it from a different way.
Yeah, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, it didn't feel right. Because honestly, oh my god, but that movie, too, it's perfect. Like, it's just... And all the scary tropes. Yeah, sorry.
I always go back to Pet Sematary for I think about that Zelda character and it creeps through me. I don't know if you know her.
The sister, the spinal meningitis.
Yeah,
that is the scariest thing. I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate everything about that.
Yeah, I hate everything about this. That does bother me.
Yeah, I should cut in a clip of her going.
Yeah, imagine going downstairs and seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Right back upstairs.
Yeah, going back upstairs.
That's twisted. That movie's heavy in general because the kid.
Oh yeah.
Not no spoiler alerts or anything, but when Gage gets destroyed by the truck, the 18-wheeler.
Yeah. Just to interrupt for 1 second, it's probably fair to spoil movies
if you haven't seen it. From 40 years ago.
40 years ago,
it's fine.
It's get on. But yes, dealing with the death of a child, happening in front of you. The brutal death, ugh.
Yeah.
I've seen a dog get hit by a car. It's still the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some people care about children. So
yes.
Yeah.
This poor guy, and the buddy, just trying to rock out to the Ramones, He's been working 18 hours.
Having a great day.
Yeah, surrounded with his jugs, just making time.
Popping caffeine pills.
Someone needs these pizza pockets. Hit the kid. Sometimes dead is bad.
So actually, go down that road.
The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a good one.
It's not a perfect movie either, but perfectly scary.
Perfectly scary.
The vibe.
Yeah.
The cycle of violence continues.
So because you're into film, actually, Bruce, do you have to if you remember a nostalgic movie, kind of what we're talking about, and then you watch it when you're older, do you have to flip off that technician brain the same way when I don't know if it probably happened to you too, Shawn, when we were in audio engineering school, all of a sudden you start to hear these things and it affects the way you remember something?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I turn that off. Yeah, exactly. You notice imperfections. Oh my God. No, I can turn the, you know what I mean? Sometimes I like to, analyze, a movie or, music, whatever, but I turn that off.
Okay.
You gotta live.
You gotta live. You gotta stay.
Find some sort of enjoyment.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny to see a boom mic.
The boom mic, when they're really trying to not have it happen.
That guy's part of the crew. He's not
not Black Dynamite or whatever. The boom is part of the story. Trailer park was.
Yeah. Classic.
Or in Ninja Turtles, you can see the guy holding Splinter when he's throwing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he's throwing Shredder off right before he dies.
That's the thing with movies, right? And I think it's a shame now, just with the AI and the modern technology, the CGI. You can do anything, but really, when you're doing a movie for real, you got to make that thing happen. I think it was an interview with Matt Stone, Trey Parker, where they were talking about Team America. They're just laughing. It's every time I see a real little car got actually blown up. Every time we really blew that up.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got to really make because horror movies are filled with practical effects, especially from earlier days, before CG and stuff, or before really good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you had to go to the butcher shop and get all the big guts and stuff like that. There's a tidbit from Day of the Dead, and so there's a scene where, spoiler, they rip a guy apart, and it's they rip open his guts and they pull out his intestines and all that stuff, and they went and actually got just organs and stuff from a butcher shop.
Yeah,
but the fridge that they were in got unplugged. and they're filming in like July or August, right?
Oh my
and they're like
God.
super hot, super gross. So it's like this stuff gets all rancid and vile, and they still have to use it.
Yeah.
So, and there's actors down there like putting this stuff all and they're rancid, so that probably just adds to the horribleness of that scene.
Yeah.
That guy who's getting ripped apart is like, the smell of that would just be so
Actually wants to gag.
yeah, exactly.
Is that not the best someone getting ripped apart in film history?
Exactly.
There's
It's
nothing
the
that
best.
touches it.
Nothing touches
There's
that.
the homage and the shot.
It's so good.
Oh my God. But I think it comes down to like, the people that are making these movies are so, passionate about it. Like, like Sam Raimi, he started off doing all that stuff, before the Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're just going door to door trying to fundraise to make Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Do a lot of them come from practical backgrounds, like practical effects backgrounds? Like with Sam Raimi, do you think, or George Romero?
I think so,
Were they
'cause
involved in the props and stuff?
I would imagine, like, just because I think he was one of his biggest things was the Three Stooges, right? So, like, when your inspiration is like, gags, and I bet it is. I'm sure some more than others. Like, you know what I mean? Depending what level you get, you can surround yourself with, the heroes who can actually.
But if you're just starting out, it probably comes down to like just not having the money to get anyone else to do it. So you just figure out a way to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And just slap it together like that.
Have you seen American Movie?
No.
Documentary. Check that out. With diehard filmmakers. Cause like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's this dude, like, he wants to make his dream movie. Before he does that, he's got to finish his short film, which is like a horror movie. Anyway.
Okay.
And then it's you put your life into this stuff.
Okay.
Good movie. American Movie. Check that out.
Okay. Is it like a documentary or?
It's a straight up for real documentary
okay.
about actual dudes in the States and living it.
Well, it's interesting that the people that are drawn to that genre, like the horror movie practical effects, it's so difficult, and you got to get the shot or your prop might be ruined forever. So in my mind, knowing nothing about making a movie, is like that seems like a really odd choice for someone with no money and only limited resources to be like, this is the genre of movie I'm going to make.
Who's got two props? Yeah, backup. True, that's a great observation because totally.
Because if you're filming,
we have to nail it.
Yeah, we have to nail it.
One chance.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Tropic Thunder where they blow up the jungle?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I wonder why that is. Like, why would people are like choosing a difficult type? At least again for
It
mine.
looks better. It's real.
100%.
Lord of the Rings. Can we go back, please? Like, why is that movie so good? Lots of reasons, but I think one of them is all the real ish in it.
Yeah.
The Hobbit, not so much. You know what I mean? When everything's CGI, like I'm watching a video game cutscene. You know what I mean? Lord of the Rings, you got those orcs. They're coming out of their fluid sack, earth, and they're all,
Okay. I haven't seen those since the theater, so I never really. But I tried to watch The Hobbit, and I was kind of over the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever it came down to the field again.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is that real effects and like horror movies. Like, oh my God,
Tom Savini.
The King. Yeah, jeez. And he went on to act and so much stuff. He's the guy.
Do you think it's because like you're watching it and you're like, this is fake, but at the same time it's real? Like it's a real thing that people are interacting with, but even though obviously the scene is fake because someone's getting their guts pulled out,
Right.
But it's a real. It's not CG. Like it's
Still real to me.
Exactly.
Well, that guy's actually dead.
Yeah.
Cannibal Holocaust, but
I just say, have you ever seen a snuff film? I hope not.
That poor turtle.
That was disturbing.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about those human beings, but that poor turtle.
Just leave the animals.
That's it.
I remember like hunting that movie down.
You had to.
Yeah. Well, it's an infamous movie.
It was infamous.
Yeah.
Now it's obviously easy to get, I would imagine. But back before torrent and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing too. Yeah, hunting out horror movies and even finding out what's good. Because that was another thing. Being in Cape Breton, like even if the store had a lot of stuff, you don't get everything. I remember oh my God. And then you get the parodies. Saturday the 14th. You see that?
I can't say that I have.
Silence of the Hams.
That's a good. These are great titles.
Exactly. Like these are movies that sell themselves on the title. Like I saw Saturday the 14th, and then the thing is you thought Friday the 13th was scary. I guarantee you Friday the 13th is scarier than Saturday the 14th. But I do get a kick out of the parody. I'm trying to think of a good example of a movie that's a parody that is still actually scary. Even Scream on a level, just self-referencing genre tropes and all that.
Yeah. The first one was legitimately. I mean, I remember being scared by the first one. I didn't watch them all, but the first one freaked me out.
Yeah. Stabbed? Who wants that?
We didn't know who it was. Who's killing these guys?
Stabbed by a stranger. Oh. Horrible.
What an asshole.
Oh my God. Should be looking like you got a whole wall of inspiration.
Yeah, the other thing,
mighty wall of inspiration.
especially now with TV the way it is, like the horror series and like the way it can evolve into a solidly made television show now is probably is it probably a good time to be doing that sort of thing? Like, is it easier if you're in that world to be making horror long horror TV shows? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's easy to do anything long. You know what I mean? I think it's easier for people to have like a wacky idea and make like a short horror. Like even just today, like I got to bring in a Velocipaster.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Velocipaster 2 was out, so watching one, people were talking about it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I gave it a shot, but you know what I mean. But it's just like not even so much. I guess it's pretty horrifying. Like it's a priest who's also a raptor.
Yeah.
But these movies are they know what they are, and they're playing with their strengths and weaknesses. There's just a lot more forgiveness, I think, with horror. It's like anything. It's like metal and wrestling. You know what I mean? Anything that's got like comic books, like die-hard audiences, they a lot of forgiveness.
The audiences also seem to be growing. There's more demand for this stuff now.
Okay.
So like back in the 80s and 90s, it might have been hard to get a TV show done up about Ed Gein or Jeffrey Dahmer.
Exactly.
And now they're coming out every other year. Here's a horror series on these terrible people. Mm-hmm.
We ran out of Marvel heroes. Now we got American serial killers. Yeah. When's the Gacy show coming out? Oof.
Okay.
So serial killer. That's the thing. The true crime. Like I don't know. Are we in a true crime revolution? It's like I don't know if it's just me, but YouTube's full of this stuff.
It's everywhere.
I'm watching my Irish dude. You know what I mean? Talking about my who killed their husband. Like. In Florida,
evolved a lot since cold case.
They thought they were going to get away with it.
No, I think so, and it's like kind of like our interrogation footage. I don't know. You guys watch the JCS? Channel?
I do. There's something about it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like that's scary.
It's watching people under pressure. It's like the stakes are high. And they're like, "You gonna get away with this?" They don't.
They don't.
The young dude who cut up that college chick that he was
I know what you're talking about. Exactly. On? Yeah.
Holy shit.
Scary. There's no movie.
Yeah, that's real life.
Yeah.
Just looking at your movies, Shawn, noticing a favorite here, RoboCop. Now, maybe not properly a horror movie, but holy crap.
Yeah, amazing.
There's some scary
practical effects.
Amazing practical
There are some horrifying, but he gets all the toxic waste poured on him. Yeah. Get away from me, man. Help me. How are you supposed to help that guy?
Yeah.
By killing him.
And it's, just that horrible future. That's kind of bleak and depressing,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, reality is more horrifying.
Another horrible movie that children should not be watching that got turned into a cartoon.
RoboCop.
Started out in a super violent movie, and then there's RoboCop cartoons and television shows and action figures, bringing children into the violence again.
I had the action figure. It was awesome.
So good. Fantastic film.
Have you guys played not to get on too far of a tangent, but have you guys played the new RoboCop video games?
What?
Rogue
City.
Good?
It's pretty sweet. Yeah.
I just watched my wife play it, but it's like you walk slowly and just
and you got the targeting and all that stuff. You get all the other guns, but it's like, why would you bother when you could just use Robo's gun?
Mm-hmm. They got the voice. Is it Peter Weller?
I'm pretty sure it's Peter Weller.
I think it is. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. You can go back and revisit original locations. I remember she was pointing out this is that part in the movie right here where they killed this person. The blood stain's still there or something.
I just thought of a couple of movies that might be worth bringing up. Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Great trope.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Okay, we can't spoil too much about this, but this is a movie that kind of, it knows it's a horror movie.
It's tongue in cheek. But
Joss Whedon? Is that who did it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. You guys are giving me a good
Very good movie, though. It's especially if you're into horror movies, it's that one's, not what you'd expect. And we'll say that. And then Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah, that one's good.
Did you ever see that?
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
That's a fun movie.
I think we might have watched it.
We watched that together, I remember watching that.
Kids won't stop killing themselves.
Those poor guys, man. They just want to hang out in the woods, No, all these dumbass teenagers just keep dying in their yard.
Anything that twists on his head. Yeah, like Tucker Dale versus Evil, Shaun of the Dead,
Shaun of the Dead was great.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead is.
I see Reanimator over there, too, and I just put on the soundtrack soundtrack a couple days ago, and I was like, that made me think of like how important music is to a horror movie.
Dude.
For sure. I know it's like that with a lot of genres, but the horror, you can nail it with the music.
Just to get that vibe, that feel to it, and like, oh yeah, the Reanimator theme. It's so 80s. It's so.
Yeah, the synths.
That's it.
Because that's what I was thinking. Like, I even just noticed you had it on here in your desk. You have a vinyl of Dawn of the Dead, the Goblin, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
like, they did a lot of, most of that stuff. And, like, Goblin's amazing. All the Argento movies.
And they'll tour it. They go out and tour this stuff, which is cool.
they're good.
Show bits from the movies while they're playing the soundtrack.
That's amazing. And Tangerine Dream, too.
Yeah.
And I've ever seen the movie The Keep. An old Michael Mann movie, but like Nazis take over this castle and uncover an ancient evil, whatever. Like maybe not the best movie, but like some really good music and vibe and stuff. Pretty crazy. The music, like some of your favorite music moments from movies or horror movies.
Like Halloween, like John Carpenter.
Oh my God!
Yeah, John Carpenter is so good.
Yeah,
just the thing, like there's not much to the music to it, but it's just like little drones and things going on underneath it just to kind of add the tension to it. Or like even like the Reanimator. I know John Carpenter didn't do that one, but it's just like symphonic stuff going on, and then like the most hard hitting 80s electric drums going on. Like it just the feel behind it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's just so good.
There is something, I don't know. Yeah, why do synths work so well for horror movies and that vibe? Like even modern ones like It Follows and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
It's just the sounds. It's the sounds they sound like,
The sound of the synthesizer. Can you think of a scarier sound?
Theremin.
You ever listen to those tapes of like rattling chains and
Yeah, it's funny because I guess you might not even realize how the music's controlling things to like someone who's just watching the movie and not thinking about it, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like
amazing.
It's fascinating.
And then you got movies like No Country for Old Men, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no music at all.
Nothing.
Yeah. And even
that's scary too,
Yeah, I know. That's a scary movie. 2001 Space Odyssey, that's a crazy one, the vast expanses of nothing.
Space.
That movie has space. Lots of space in that movie. What could be scarier than space?
There's 2001 Space in that movie.
Isolation. That sounds like a panic attack right there. I'm trapped here. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I know that. The Simpsons, Tree Houses of Horror.
Oh yeah.
Well, what do you got?
Yeah. Man, they were like
it actually the earlier episodes, the one where they take Homer's brain out of his head and put it into the robot, scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Because like it was so fucked up because they just pull his brain out. Snap, spinal cord goes with it. I'm like 8. They're like, oh! And I just kind of go to my room as my dad and the rest of my family keep watching it. I didn't want anything to do with that.
The Simpsons really went for it with those. I also love that one because, the robot crushes Mr. Burns' body and they have to sew Mr. Burns' head onto Homer's shoulder.
Yeah, that
imagine.
Like the
Talk about an odd couple.
Cafeteria of horror.
Oh my God.
The kids.
Yeah, my favorite is Homer goes to hell, rather. Hi, Bart.
So you like donuts, do you? I love that.
Yeah.
I love all the donuts in the world.
The monkey spot. Anyway, I love those. And some of those are properly, how they couldn't keep it up forever, eventually you're doing fairy tales. Joe Gesser, scary, witches. Ooh.
Oh no! Have a gingerbread. Have a gingerbread.
I mean, that witch didn't that witch like stuff 2 kids in an oven? That's
all right.
That's
it's
fair.
Scary.
Okay.
Now witches are scary.
Fine.
They do scary things. Let me respect the witches here, but like in fairy tale, I don't know.
Yeah.
The medium's a message here. It's not scary. Like Cinderella. Come on.
What about a movie like what a good like Ernest Scared Stupid?
Okay.
One of the best.
That's got to be like it kind of feels a little underrated to me still, but
I was listening to the theme on the way home from work.
That's a good theme song too, right? That's a great theme song.
Intercut like the with like all the old black and white horror movies, like The Brain, where it's just a big floating balloon that looks like a brain following after people and shit. But I saw that when I was a kid, and I'm like, ugh.
You remember when the troll was jumping on the wooden figurines? That scared the shit out of me. Just thinking that they were going to snap in half.
But like again, they did such a great job with like the practical effects where it's like all pustules and oozing, gross gnarliness, and it's cool that they they didn't reuse the characters, but like the trolls from that the costumes were just redone from. They took the costumes from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
No way.
So the clowns,
right.
the clowns,
cool.
they
love that
if you go
picture.
look at Killer Clowns and line it up with the trolls, they just basically took the clowns and painted them up to look like trolls.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
So somewhere in a locker somewhere, these costumes
They're
exist.
still, that's an interesting movie too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like, how did?
That's
Could you make it today? Like.
And horror still, I think, doing well today, but there's so much of it, what do you think of remakes? You know what I mean? How do you feel about it? Some of them are all right. I was kind of shocked when there was however long it was ago, 15 years, I guess now, that Evil Dead remake.
Yeah.
That was okay.
They did a good job.
That was all right, but that was you're remaking an Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And all the Exorcist ones, after Exorcist 3, get out of here.
Yeah.
you can
The ship is set.
you can hit stop.
You can't tell, you want to talk about tone. My God, just the 70s is scary. Rosemary's Baby. My God.
I'm not being kid.
Yeah, it's just, nice old neighbors. They're nice for a reason.
They're the ones you got to watch out for.
Yeah, I guess I don't really I can't remember. I haven't really seen any. I probably haven't seen very many remakes, but I don't really none pop into my mind. I didn't even see the remake of Pet Sematary. I feel like maybe that one would be good, but
Why bother?
yeah,
They
why
just nailed
bother?
it
I
the
guess
first
that's
time,
kinda
you know?
how I feel,
Yeah,
right?
no, I like the old one.
Yeah,
There's a reason they're good.
yeah.
But I do like the, I don't know if it was Sharknado that started it, but the ridiculous thing movie. That's where I think you end up with, you don't have Velocipaster without Sharknado. You know what I mean?
It is a horrifying concept.
Yeah.
Sharks on their own, pretty creepy. You don't want to deal with those.
I love
tornado, but together, a Sharknado. It's fucking no way in hell am I going outside.
Yeah, the Sharknado.
Now, can we nostalgia bomb a little bit more, about Are You Afraid of the Dark? You guys remember that?
Yeah, I like
I
that.
just thought of that right now.
I couldn't tell you a specific story, but I do remember watching that, you know what I mean,
That's
as a kid and loving it.
Reading Goosebumps and
Yeah.
the Goosebumps show. Definitely
totally.
watching that stuff.
Always hunting that out. And you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's, youthful fascination with the scary. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder where it comes from. Because Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's all out on YouTube. They just put it out themselves on their
Okay.
Oh, right on.
their own official channel.
And they were done well, as far as I can remember. You know what I mean?
TV in Montreal.
Yeah.
Down in Montreal.
Were they Canadian?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of French names in the credits.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, I'm sure they do good work.
Yeah, they do good work. Okay, sure.
They do all your favorite CGI.
Yeah, I wanted to bring up too, horror video games, because I remember when someone showed me Resident Evil 2.
Oh my
dude.
God.
So
and
good.
then Silent Hill after that scared me that I couldn't even play it. I had to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, Castlevania is a good example.
We got the horror vibes on that. But yeah, the Resident Evil games were the my childhood.
Yeah.
Love those games, man.
Jump scares.
And remakes on those, awesome. A little bit different than a remake of a movie. Remake of a game, you get a lot better graphics, a lot better control. The Resident Evil 2 remakes, horrifying. I'm a grown-ass adult playing this stuff with the lights on because it's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's kind of an interesting thing. Technology is, arguably making video games way better.
Yeah.
But it could also arguably be making movies.
Much worse. Yeah.
Especially with AI now. So, you know what I mean? The good old days.
Is that because the game is interactive? Is it?
Well, I think it's more
it's getting
tech.
thin?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Cause even just the sound design. Think how scary the sound is in those Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, I'm playing Super Mario 3. Beep, beep, bop, beep, beep.
It's come a
nothing's
long
that
way.
scary. I remember playing the Friday the 13th game. That's another thing too. You like the movie. It's maybe the game's good.
Yeah.
The game sucks.
The game's-
It's scary how bad it is.
Yeah.
There is a Hellraiser game coming out that looks insane.
That's a new game.
Way over the top.
That's cool.
First person horror. The gore looks bonkers.
Wow.
It looks like it's too much for me.
Oh, jeez.
yeah, man.
And Doom.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, those were that. I remember getting that when I was a kid, and everything was set up in the basement, watching horror movies in the basement, the computers in the basement, and it was all the lights are off playing Doom, and it's still kind of creepy. But then I went through this one room, opened this door, and there's this whole wall made out of tormented faces.
Yeah.
And I just,
Scary.
it's the only time I was I just turned off back when you have to power down the computers. hit the button, turned it all down, ran upstairs. Just ran to my room. Scared the hell out of me.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, screw this.
You ever play those like haunted house games, like The Seventh Guest or anything like that?
No.
Like you're in a haunted house solving puzzles, kind of scary. You get
Puzzles, horrifying.
Yeah, oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I have to think. Oh,
That is
You can
scary.
say,
this
I'll
is
get out of
pretty
here.
scary.
Yeah, this is pretty
Or
scary.
how about just the ocean? What's scarier than, I don't know, well, maybe not everyone's scared of sharks, but I am. That's why I think I brought up
Giant squids.
Yeah.
Giant squids, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? What is it, thalassophobia? Like, you know what I mean? Just fear of the gross water? I don't know. I used to be scared of sharks in swimming pools. Not
I
rational.
completely unrational feel. Everyone had that. I had that.
Yeah.
I'm in the base pool, being like, there's a door down there that definitely opens up, and the sharks come in.
The sharks come out. Yeah,
Any
exactly.
sense?
That's funny. Maybe that's where Sharknado came from. Some childhood fear.
Sharknado.
That's
Well,
it.
Sharknado is so perfect.
It's so perfect.
Think of the perfect movie.
Yeah.
Is it Sharknado?
Sharknado.
It's not Sharknado 4, I'll tell you. Holy crap.
You made it all the way to the fourth one.
That's impressive.
I'll be watching Sharknadoes as long as they're spinning, you know.
We'll subscribe to
As
the
long as there's still wind in the Sharknado, I'll be watching.
one coming out every month as on a subscription plan.
Tara Reid, like, you know, she found, you know,
That's ridiculous.
God love her. You know.
Can you remember a movie that you were so scared you turned it off? Like I've mentioned that about High Tension. I can remember the moment I decided to turn it off.
Yeah,
When
well,
like the
I
dad got his head friggin'.
hate to say it, but Deliverance.
A Deliverance, yeah.
That's a different kind of scary.
Yeah, it's a kind of scary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just, you know, being attacked in a bad way. Yeah.
And you were a kid and you were just like, no, I'm out. I'm out.
No,
Not
I
a
was
kid.
I was an adult because I was like, hey, this is I'm done.
Out of disgust or out of fear?
Yeah, no, maybe I don't know. Maybe I think it's probably disgust and just discomfort. And I just don't need to, you know, I don't need to watch this Deliverance. I'll try to think of one. You got something like?
I've never seen that. So. Deliverance.
I've never turned one off out of fear, but I've turned one off because it was just god awful. Redneck zombies. Oh, it was a
Sounds great.
Yeah.
man. I had high hopes. They were dashed about 30 minutes into this pile. Oh, it's so unfortunate.
What about super bad? Yeah, B movies. Like, you know, what's some of your favorite ridiculously bad horror movies?
Critters.
So many. Yeah.
Critters, actually, I watched me and Feeny watched a lot of
God.
Critters growing up.
The scene where the ball rolls over the guy and he's still skeleton
Just a
is
skeleton.
flailing.
That's pretty good. See, when I think of like B, like I saw Dead Alive and Bad. Is it Bad Taste?
Yeah.
Like those were at our local Midnight Video was the name of the shop.
They had that stuff.
They
Like,
had that
that's
stuff. Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
Fines then.
And they would let us rent it and like the
Did you see those when you were a kid?
yeah.
Man, I wish I didn't
Yeah.
see those till I was, you know, old enough to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Well, we knew Dead Alive was funny, and then the ending with the lawnmowers was
Oh, my
legendary.
Yeah.
God.
Bad Taste is a little like I remember like a brain eating scene. It's
Yeah.
really blurry in my
Yeah, because the guy gets his, you know, gets a head a hole
Yeah.
broken in his head. It gets worse on his brain. Yeah.
Those scenes that they just
yeah.
like Zombie, the one with the splinter. Such a slow scene going back and forth. Oh, it's so brutal.
Master of Puppets was another series. You remember that one?
Or the Puppet Master.
Puppet Master.
Yeah. Yeah, with the stop motion.
Yeah.
Like,
Master of Puppets, horrifying Metallica.
oh my god.
The only thing scary is what are we coming next?
Oh my god, it's Lars Ulrich.
Lars Ulrich. Oh my god.
There's just always going to be a connection between horror and like heavy metal and stuff. Like Cannibal Corpse, all that is just audio horror movies. Like, or you want to bring in visuals and like do it yourself. Guar, like one of the best metal punk bands of all time.
Practical
out there,
horror
practical
effects.
horror out there, ripping guts and just like spraying the crowd with blood and stuff.
Yeah, blood cannons.
Oh, so good. The Wild Driver on the end of the.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, usually metal and horror is
Yeah, they go
it
together
works.
Oh yeah,
You know, it's all tongue in cheek. It's for fun.
well. It's for
and
fun.
it's all fun.
Yeah, it's interesting. Something so goofy and fun, but then there's always that opposite side that makes people think it's like being serious.
Yeah,
But
and
then you
those
have a
people
movie-
are dumb.
But then you have a movie that does try like High Tension that's like trying to be really serious. I guess I don't know. That's a strange topic.
Yeah, no. Some of them, like some movies, are unsettling. Did you ever see Funny Games?
No.
That's a movie that has been remade too, and that's one of those ones that's just like it's cruel violence. You know what I mean? You don't feel good watching it. It's
Like
unsettling. Yeah.
kind of senseless or
Well, no, it's just like
Just those like Martyred, where it's just like
that's beyond
an hour and a half of leave her alone.
I haven't seen that either. Man, I'm getting a
Funny Games is like a home invasion kind of a vibe, where these people come in unwanted and then they take over your house and they run your life in a poor way.
Yeah,
it's cruel. So that one's got an unsettling feeling, I find. But like some of the horror movies, like I'm rooting for them, like Jason, like come on, you know what I mean?
Because it's just like,
let's get that body count up.
That's it. Like,
yeah, that's the weird.
We all know humans suck. We know people suck. So it's like, I don't need to watch people doing horrible things to people. Mm-hmm. I will watch a monster do horrible things to people all day long. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I don't know, just something a little bit, it's just better.
What was that Nick Frost movie? He just did one. Did you see it? It's like the family go on vacation.
Oh, is it like Holiday or something like that?
Something like that. I watched. I liked it.
Yeah.
Another one of those riffs on the.
It takes a weird twist. What is that? It takes a weird twist.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember.
This is like a family vacation. They go to this island that like no one on the island wants them there. Okay, and it's just the tension behind it is just, and then it takes a weird little vibe. Yeah, exactly.
Cultish vibe, and like he's got a few, like some of his newer movies, like there is this weird, spooky, crazy, weird kind of like the one he did where it's like a family sitcom,
Crazy House. Yeah, that one takes a weird twist.
No,
yeah, he's doing some weird stuff.
Oh, Getaway. That's the name of it. It's called Getaway.
Getaway was
like
good.
Getaway.
Okay,
but Family Getaway goes horribly wrong.
They found a way to twist the genre, like you know what I mean. Anything, certain movies that do, like Tucker and Dale is one of my favorites for that. Like, but like like zombies, it's tough. Like you know what I mean. Like, has everything been done with zombies?
Zombie
where can you go?
Well, you can always just tell any kind of like it's been done, but like you can keep doing it as long as you tell an interesting story.
Fair enough. That's what I want to hear. It's not over, Dad. No. There's still going to be zombies, right, Dad?
The dream lives on.
It has to.
Yes, son.
Yeah, because it's just
your future will be full of zombies.
They're horrifying. What's more horrifying than like a dead corpse coming out of the ground to eat your brains?
Ghosts. And I mean, how many movies actually have ghosts in them that are scary? Besides, like Ghost Dad.
Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah, for another reason. The modern context. Come up with a scarier movie.
How about the movie Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, are ghosts scary?
Yeah, I used to be scared of ghosts.
I thought I saw a ghost.
I'm probably still scared of ghosts. So, what's your ghost story?
My ghost story is I was living in that house with Dylan and James on Needham.
Yep.
And it's the same. Well, so it happened twice. One time I was like, no one else. I was at home. I came home at like 1 a.m. or something, and I had my laptop in front of me, on my lap, and the lights were out in the house, so it was just dark. I was just like darkness everywhere,
illuminated by the laptop.
So I'm blind, and then I'm just sitting there and then a hand, clear as day, comes across the screen.
What?
And I have headphones on. I'm watching something, and I'm like, I thought it was Dylan. I was like, oh hey Dylan, what's up? And then like nothing. So I get up and turn the lights on. No one there. Just like nothing there. And then it was like a couple days later, I was in the kitchen, and the stairs kind of came back and turned around, and like I thought, like I saw someone standing on the stairs, like from the corner of my eye as I was going out of the kitchen, and that's it. That's the only time anything like that happened.
So I would have moved.
So this is like when you saw this hand. The hand. Now was this a ghostly looking hand or just like some dude's hand? This is my roommate's hand.
I mean, again, this is like 15 years ago. So, but it was just a hand. Yeah, it was just a hand. If you would have saw me, it would have been complete confidence that like my buddy just came in and like just did this on purpose to freak me out. So I got right up and hi Dylan, how's it going? Like no response.
Yeah, ghosts.
But I don't know if they're that scary though. It scared me then though. Yeah.
Well, what's a ghost going to do to you, really? But some of these ghost movies, like the ghosts,
can they move stuff?
They're doing stuff.
Can they move?
Yeah, can they throw things?
Can they throw things?
Yeah,
maybe
a question.
But I don't know. That's just going to be kind of creepy. Like just out of the corner of your eye, you're seeing things in the shadows and stuff. Like that's unsettling.
Yeah, I don't want to see stuff in the dark that shouldn't be there.
No. Yeah, like I don't even think I believe in ghosts, but that's I do have that memory of that. Those things happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's it.
But
I don't know anyone else who has seen any ghosts.
Yeah, I know. I ran into some people who work on those, like those ghost TV shows.
Oh yeah.
And like South Park ruined that for me. Like, you know, their take on it, like these ghost shows are toast. Like, what was that? What was
so startled.
But like these dudes are in like season 6 of their ghost show, and I was like, so have you ever seen a ghost? No. Maybe season 7.
They're really hopeful for season 7.
We're gonna see something.
We're going to.
We listen to these rooms so quiet they can't hear anything.
Got a new device that clicks. Even louder.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I get other friends that are all into aliens. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to say there's no alien, but I don't know. Like, I'm definitely not into the ancient aliens. You know what I mean? Like, people do things. You know, there's no. You know, civilization's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's aliens. You know, you think Trump wouldn't be
You never seen Fire in the
about
Sky?
the aliens? Fire in the Sky is terrifying.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, so aliens are scary. I think that's what I'm kind of getting at. So, real or not, forget about my opinion on aliens. They could be out there. Sorry, alien people. You know, I believe.
Yeah.
But Fire in the Sky, that movie is properly scary. The abduction scene.
My God.
Oh, yeah?
Holy crap.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Oh,
Like
boy.
92, 93, 92.
Yeah, that's the bad, worst alien thing going.
That was biggest fear. Like next to giant squids when I was a kid, biggest fear, aliens.
Yeah.
Because they're going to abduct me for some reason.
Yeah, and then you're on the slab, you know what I mean?
And that slab is cold.
Yeah. I find with aliens, like if you're in one of those rabbit holes at night and you're reading up more of it, or like it seems like the more you learn about it, the more you think you'll get abducted.
Oh, yeah.
I know too much now. They're definitely going to choose.
They're coming for me.
They're coming for me for sure. I watch too many documentaries.
I do many episodes of the X Files. Oh no!
I know the X Files. There it is.
We want to talk about music.
Yeah.
That theme freaked the hell out of me with
The
it.
theme. Oh, Unsolved Mysteries.
mystery.
Like
Yes.
Unsolved Mysteries and X Files
Robert Stack was doing half of that today.
tied for gold. You know what I mean? Gold, 2 gold medal wins.
Robert Stack, the most successful serial killer.
That's it, man.
He's doing all these crimes.
He's got to keep the show going, so he's out there doing cryptid fish in the woods.
Career, yeah.
Cryptids.
Turns out he's Mothman and Bigfoot.
Yeah, Mothman.
And the Zodiac Killer.
I like Bigfoot.
What you got against Mothman?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we got our own cryptid. You know, what is it? The Coleman frog. Pretty horrifying. You know what I mean? You fed him enough butter and whey to become gigantic.
Well, there was that.
What's scarier than that? Having a pet frog that you overfeed and it becomes a giant.
Starts eating it.
Starts eating everyone. The Coleman frog is horrifying. And then there's the museum. It's like, is he real?
You can't touch him.
Yeah, well, guess, yeah. Ripley's, believe it or not. You can't touch him or go near him or test him. Yeah, they deny all DNA testing on this frog. You are not the father.
Just believe us. Just believe us.
As soon as he touches you, you're like, oh yeah, paper mache. Look.
Yeah, it's paper. Gross. Yeah, cryptids.
That UFO guy was from here, though, right?
Stan Friedman. Yeah, I do love Stan Friedman. And it's a tough one. I'm torn. You know what I mean? Like, you know.
That's pretty legit.
I do love his.
Did he actually, did he get abducted?
I don't think so, but he was all into the cover-ups, right, to the evidence,
Yeah.
and he had all the, you know, and he's a smart guy. He's a scientist, and
You gotta trust him, man. He's
He's
scientist.
pretty smart.
I know he's
Yeah, he's
a scientician,
Scientist.
Spaceologist.
Yeah.
spaceologist. Yeah, I got my degree in spaceology. Holy frig!
That's good stuff.
Well, yeah, the aliens. I don't know. They could be out there.
Aliens? Well, what's scarier?
How about the movie? Okay, here's what's scarier: the movie Alien or the movie Aliens?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Alien is scarier than
Alien
Alien.
is scary because of the atmosphere.
But Aliens
Yeah,
is
I
an
would
awesome
say.
action movie.
It's
Yeah.
an action.
Where
Yeah.
Aliens is more of the thriller.
Yeah. Slasher movie.
Yeah.
Predator, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now we're into fun action movies, but they're horrible. Like, that's a monster. Like, you know what I mean? Alien and Predator, like, it's a monster movie.
Well, what's scarier when something's coming from off planet or like some evil creature born from the earth?
Yeah. Jeez. Off planet's
call.
pretty, you know. I don't know. I think off planet is less scary because they're using some kind of technology assistance. Whereas if something's coming from the planet, you know, there's some weird reason, like this shouldn't be here. So I'll say Earth is coming from Earth is scary. Or came from the ocean.
depths, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the two scariest places are space and the ocean.
And the ocean, yeah, exactly.
But like the ocean's right there and space is way away.
Exactly.
Way up there.
Or the woods, like trolls.
Trolls.
Did you ever
Trolls
see
too?
Troll Hunter? No. Giant trolls.
I wouldn't want to deal with a giant troll.
Yeah, exactly.
The smell alone.
Yeah, the smell.
I just went across this bridge, man.
Yeah. Return to your bridge. Oh my God.
Well, we've been talking for like an hour and 10 minutes. Can you believe it?
How long are your episodes?
Be as long as
An hour and 10 minutes.
An hour and 10 minutes. Well, it's like,
See ya.
what else is scary?
What's the news today? Horrifying.
Taxes are scary.
There's. Oh, geez, dude.
God, tax.
Yeah,
They're going to put a tariff on horror next.
scare the stock market.
RSPs, no, that's scary.
Yeah, RSPs. Yeah, I think is my pension going to be there when I need it?
Yeah. The answer is
Yeah, the future. Yeah.
Yeah, the future.
What the real
Horrifying.
existential crisis? I'm at the age where the future scares the living crap out of me.
Well, should we end it by picking something? I mean, we didn't talk about Dark Place. I feel like that's a shame, but
Let's do it.
that's one of my favorite.
What is Gareth Marenghi's Dark Place? What is it?
It's a beautiful TV show that is, I think, all on YouTube legitimately.
Is it?
I think they just put it up.
There's only 6 episodes.
I love the intro. Like it's like the intro to me is like I'm sold immediately.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
What got me on that is the audio production on it. Like sometimes you can tell that like they have overcompressed things on purpose, or like
and
it's
the thing
slightly
is completely the ADR is complete garbage. Yeah, all the redubs are purposefully bad.
It's just like it's brilliant, really. I think.
Yeah. 6 episodes of pure gold.
Gareth Marenghi's, it's a great one.
If you haven't seen it, check that out for sure.
Solid wreck.
Solid wreck. That's my wreck. What are your guys' wrecks? Put you on the spot.
Well, I think the stuff we talked about that you hadn't seen earlier, watch Cabin in the Woods, watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil, watch these classic scary movies.
What else can we throw in there? Like Event Horizon. If you haven't seen Event Horizon.
Scary. The Shining.
So good. So good. What else we got going on? Like,
I got to look at your movies.
Yeah, classic. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Yeah, that's
Like House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie's. That's all you need to see for Rob Zombie. Like his Halloween, meh. If he made it his own thing, it would have been a better movie. Like made his own character. It didn't have to be Michael Myers. You could have called it something else. And then everything else has just been kind of like, who cares? Those ones. Event Horizon, Reanimator.
My main wreck is Exorcist 3. Watch
Exorcist
that.
3?
Yeah, you're into horror movies and crime, true crime. Watch that.
cool.
It's the perfect blend.
It's so good.
And I'm going to say Pet Sematary one more time because I was talking to someone today who hadn't seen it. And I was like, man, what the hell?
Properly.
Where'd you
The
be?
original, not the remake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that movie's creepy. It's got the tone.
It's got the tone.
It all comes down to that
scary.
tone, man.
The tone. The sustain.
The sustain.
Here.
The sustained terror.
Yeah, sustaining terror. Awesome.
All right,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks, guys. That was fun.
Yeah, this is great.
That maybe we'll make it an annual thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
man.
the contract.
It's in the contract. Yeah.
I knew I should have read that fine print.
Yeah, that's right.